So we've just come through the end of our summer season, and we had a lot of big events at the end of the summer. And some of those events make a pretty big splash. And we know a lot about the splash that happens right at the center. But I've over the last few days, I've gotten a chance to see some of the outside rings of the ripple that happens after that splash, and I wanted to share some of that with you. So we've just finished our Day on the Lawn, which is a huge experience for our church. It's an enormous event, and we know right at the center, that big splash, we as a congregation come together and we have a lot of fun. Right? It's a great event for us as a church, and we know some of those inner rings. We know that not only do we have fun as a church, but as we step out just into that first ring, we know that it's a blessing to our community as everybody's able to come together and kind of just spend a day in fellowship and fun together. And then we know that next ring is as we bring in funds from Day on the Lawn, they go right back out to our mission partners. And so we know that next ring is a blessing to our mission partners. And sometimes that's where we stop. And I wanted to share with you that I've seen a little bit of the next couple of rings in that splash and in that ripple effect. Right after Day on the Lawn, we had our Sunday after, and we announced our total, and we celebrated together. And the following week, we had our fall kickoff. And as I stood at the front of the sanctuary and looked out at the congregation, I recognized several faces who had joined us after participating in Day on the Lawn. Day on the Lawn reached out to our community and brought people into our church, and not only in worship, but in several of our events and our groups in the week after. We found people had come to join us because of their experience at Day on the Lawn. And in conversation with some of them, what I learned is that not only did our Day on the Lawn provide a great experience for our church family and for our community and for our mission partners and bring people in, but there was another ring, another ripple effect, as some of the people who came to Day on the Lawn and were shopping and buying furniture and jewelry and housing goods, some of them then took those items and used them to support homeless shelters and veterans ministries and refugees. And so the items that our church collected and moved and carried and sold and packed, and in some cases even delivered, those items have now gone on to have a whole new life and a whole new ministry to the homeless and to veterans and to refugees in our area. And so Day on the Lawn has got this ripple effect beyond just our church, beyond just our community, beyond just our partners, has been bringing people into our congregation and has been going out and blessing people through the items that we have collected. And if you don't step back and notice that ripple effect, it goes unseen. So I wanted you to have a chance to come and see what has happened as a result of Day on the Lawn. And this is just one example of the many ministries we do together as a church and the ripple effects that reach beyond our congregation and our neighborhood and our region. The money that we gather as a church and our stewardship drive, that goes into our programs that ends up having a ripple effect that is even further beyond what you could imagine in our wildest dreams. And so as we head into stewardship season this year, think about the ripple effect and come and see. Come and see what happens when we as a church engage in ministry, the blessings to our community, to our congregation, to our neighborhoods, to our mission partners, and beyond. Come and see.